you guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't made a video in so long. I am so sorry. It's been raining here like so much in California. The weather has finally cleared up a little bit, so I thought I would film a video today. I'm excited for today's video because today I'm going to be showing you guys my everyday makeup routine and the makeup look that I do for like just an everyday basis is really easy and it doesn't take me that long to do and it is really natural. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that makeup look. One last thing, I am trying a new filming setup. Normally I film on the floor, like on next to like my bed and stuff, but I'm trying something a little bit different. I don't know how I feel about it yet. So let me know what you guys think of this setup in the comments down below if you guys like it or not. After all of that, let's get into the tutorial. First, let's start by priming the eyes. I'm going to take my MAC concealer to prime my eyes. For my eyeshadow look today, I'm going to be using the Morphe 35O palette. I like using this palette because it has just a bunch of neutrals in it, and I think for everyday neutrals are just the best way to go. So I'm just going to be using a couple eyeshadows from this palette, and that's pretty much it. So you don't have to use the same eyeshadow palette that I have here. You could just use any neutral palette that you have in your makeup collection. I'm going to set my eyeshadow base with this white cream color right here. Starting off with my transition shade, I'm going to take this shade right here. This is a light tan shade. This is going to go in my crease as my transition color. In my crease, I'm going to take this color right here, which is a little bit darker than the color that I put in my transition shade. This is a medium brown shade. I don't know, you guys, I'm really bad at describing colors. And then I'm just going to go back in with the same blending brush that I used in the beginning to apply the transition shade. And I'm just going to blend out the edges here of my eyeshadow just a little bit, just to make sure that we don't have any harsh lines. So now I'm going to deepen up the outer corner just a little bit, and I'm going to take this dark brown right here and take just a little bit of it because I don't want it to be too dark, but I do want to just add a little bit of darkness to the outer corner and just kind of deepen things up a little bit. And again, I'm just going to take the tiniest amount of this color because I don't want to make it too dark. And as you see, it just kind of makes just the slightest difference. And now I'm just going to blend it with a clean blending brush. So for my lid color, whenever I do this look, I always stick to matte eyeshadow. I personally like using matte eyeshadows. I feel like it just looks more natural, and I don't know, I just like using matte eyeshadow, so that's what I'm going to be using. And I'm going to be taking this shade right here. This is a like light yellowy like beige color, and this is what I'm going to be using for my lid color. I'm going to take this here, and this is going to go right here on my lids where we have just this empty space right here. It just really helps to brighten up the eyes if you use a light shadow here on your lids. I love doing this. It just really makes your eyes pop. If you don't like using matte eyeshadows, you could also use like a light shimmer here and it would also look really pretty, but like I said, I like using matte eyeshadows. And then I'm just going to take the blending brush that I used for my transition shade here and just blend out any harsh lines. I'm just going to add a little bit of eyeliner. I'm going to be using a brown eyeliner. I feel like brown just looks a lot more natural, and the brown eyeliner that I'm going to be using here is the My Looking Glass Soft Textured Long Wearing Eyeliner. So I'm just going to do a very thin line here on the top lash line. So before that sets, I'm going to take a angled brush and I'm going to just kind of blend out that brown eyeliner just a little bit. So now I'm just going to quickly go in and add in my brow bone highlight. So for my brow bone highlight, I'm going to use the same shade that I used to set my concealer, which is that like white cream shade here. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and apply some mascara off camera, and then I'm going to come back and then I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do with my face makeup. Okay, so now I'm back. I just applied my mascara, and the mascara that I used was the CoverGirl Lash Blast Mascara. This is the waterproof one. Okay, so now starting off with the face, I'm going to start off by priming my face. This is the Primed and Peachy primer. This is a matte primer. And I'm just going to put this all over my face and just put it everywhere because I get oily just all over my face. For an everyday look, and especially if I'm in a hurry and I don't have time to do my face really quick, I will just do concealer and powder and then do just a little bit of blush and bronzer. So that is what I'm going to be doing for today. And first, starting off, I'm going to apply this Peach Corrector. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the Peach Corrector. I love this for the under eyes. It just really helps to cover up the darkness that I have here from my dark circles, and it's like really lightweight, so it doesn't like mess up my concealer or make my concealer crease or anything. So I'm going to be using this first. I just apply just a little bit because you really don't need too much. For my concealer, I'm going to be using one of my favorite concealers, and it covers really well, and also it is from the drugstore and it's not that expensive. It is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealers. I have two right here. They look like they're the same on camera, but I promise you one is a little bit lighter and then the other one is just a little bit closer to my skin tone. First, I'm going to take this one right here, which is a medium tawny. And that is going to go here, pretty much where I put the Peach Corrector. That's where this is going to go. I'm also going to put just a little bit here around my nose, where I just have some redness, and just cover up just some blemishes here. I don't go too crazy with the concealer because I still like my skin showing through, so I just go in and just cover up just a little bit. I'm just gonna blend out first the concealer here, and then I'm gonna go in with the other concealer that I have second. To kind of add a little bit of a highlight, I'm going to take the lighter concealer of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, and this one is in medium peach. I'm just going to put this right here, kind of like on my cheekbones, just to add just a little bit of a highlight. And it'll just help kind of lighten up the concealer just a little bit. Before I set my under eyes, I'm going to go in with a liquid highlighter, and the one that I'm going to be using today is the Bonnie Luminizer by The Balm. So I'm just going to take my finger and just pat in that concealer pat in that highlighter. You want to do this before you set your concealer, because if you do it after, it'll just make it a little bit harder to blend. As you see, it gives you such a really pretty glow from within, so that's why I like using this liquid highlighter. As always, for setting my under eyes, I use my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. For an everyday look, I like to keep this look really simple, so I'm not going to do any foundation. I'm just going to do powder. And the powder that I've been really liking lately is this one right here. This is the Maybelline SuperStay Full Coverage Powder. The shade that I use is in caramel, and it is like a perfect match. So what I do is I take my powder and I take this buffing brush. This is just the Real Techniques buffing brush, and I load up my brush with my powder, and I'm gonna apply the powder to my face. I like using powder instead of foundation just for an everyday simple look, because it doesn't take that much time and I feel like it just looks more natural. I'm just gonna start by buffing it into my skin, and I like using the powder also because I have oily skin, so this just helps to mattify my face. The powder adds just a little bit of coverage to my face, and I just feel like this is so quick, so much quicker than applying foundation. Also, if you need to touch up the powder during the day, like if you're at work or school, it's like really easy. You don't have to like touch up your foundation. You could just take the powder and go in, you know, and just add a little more. So that's why I like adding powder for an everyday look. Okay, so now I'm going to do my brows really quick, and for my brows, I'm going to fill them in with my Eyeliner brow palette, and it just looks like this. You get a brow bone highlight, the brow powder, and a brow wax. For today, I'm just going to be using the brow powder here. I'm just using the Eyeliner double-ended brow brush here. To fill in the tail, just a little bit of my brow, I'm going to take my Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer. This one is in deep brown. So now the brows are pretty much done. I am going to add some brow gel after, but I'm going to quickly add some bronzer to my face because I'm going to be using this bronzer right here. This is the Wet n Wild Bronze Dynasty bronzer. For my bronzer, I'm going to be using this brush right here. This is just a Beauty Creations brush. I think this is a powder brush, but I'm not sure because it doesn't really have a name on it, but I use it to apply my bronzer. If you see me looking over there, it's because I have my mirror right there, and I'm just gonna apply the bronzer with this brush. And I don't want to add too much, but I just want to add a little bit to just add some color back into my skin. Do you guys still see that highlight? Ooh, it looks so good. So just kind of bring the bronzer down and just add a little bit here on my forehead. Now I am going to add a little bit of contour to my cheeks. This step is optional. You don't have to do this, but I just like adding just the littlest bit of contour, and I'm just going to be using my Kokie Cosmetics powder contour palette. This has been one of my favorites, and it's from the drugstore. I'm going to take this middle shade right here for my contour, and the brush that I'm going to be using is just my Kat Von D Shade and Light contour brush. So I'm just going to take like the slightest bit of the powder and just add just a little bit of contour. Just kind of like that. I just want to add just a little bit just to kind of enhance my features. The last thing for the face is some blush. I'm going to be using this blush right here. This is the LA Girl Just Blushing Blush in Just Glowing. It's like a peachy pink shade that has like some gold shimmer in it. It is so pretty. This is one of my favorite everyday blushes, and the brush that I'm going to be using is my Wet n Wild blush brush. And I really like this blush because since it does have that shimmer in it, it adds a little bit of highlight to your cheeks here, and the color is just so pretty and it just looks really nice. So now we're pretty much almost done. I am going to just finish up the lower lash line here on my eyes really quick. For my lower lash line, I'm going to use the same shades that I used. So I'm going to use this shade first, this like light medium brown shade. To blend out that medium brown, I'm going to take the same shade we used as our transition shade, which is this like light tan shade. And then lastly, I'm going to go back into that dark brown shade here, and I'm going to add just a tiny little bit to the outer corner of my lower lash line. And then for my inner corner highlight, I'm going to take this right here. This is the Eyeliner Brow Illuminizer. It has one side that has a shimmer and then one side that has a matte pencil. I'm going to take the shimmer side of the pencil and put that in my inner corners. I always do this step and I feel like it just makes such a difference for my inner corner highlight. So for my inner corner highlight, I'm going to use this really light shimmer. It is like a light champagne shade. I almost forgot to do a nose highlight. How could I forget to add highlight on my nose? That is like my favorite part. I'm going to use my Dose of Colors, the Desi X Katy highlighter in Fuego. This is one of my favorite highlighters. It is so pretty. And I am going to just take the littlest bit of the highlight, and I mean just the tiniest bit, and I am going to add it just right here on top of the highlight that we already put. Just a little bit. Not a lot because I don't want to make this highlight look really intense. Now I'm just going to add some clear brow mascara to my eyebrows. I'm just using my Maybelline Great Lash. I'm not going to do any mascara on the lower lash line. If you want, you could definitely add some mascara to your lower lash line, but I feel like, I don't know, it doesn't look good with like this look when I do it, and I have like really tiny lashes, so I'm not gonna add any mascara. But if you want to, you definitely can. Okay, so this look is pretty much almost done, and now all that's left to do is the lips. For the lips, I like to keep things really simple. Like with this whole look, I just like keeping everything really nice and simple. So for the lips first, I'm gonna take a little bit of my highlight and just highlight the Cupid's bow here, just a little bit. Guys, I'm so sorry with the lighting in this video. Like, I feel like it's gonna rain again, and I'm like, you know? Alright, so for the lips, I'm gonna add a little bit of lip liner here. This is my Italia lip liner in Natural. I'm not gonna like overline them or anything. I'm just gonna really lightly fill in just inside of my lips. Just lightly fill them in, and you could definitely just leave it at that, but I am going to add a little bit of gloss. I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. I love this lip gloss. It smells so yummy and it makes your lips look so juicy, and this lip gloss also lasts a really long time, so I really like using it. And it's just such a pretty lip gloss for like an everyday look. So that's why I'm going to be using it. But if you don't like lip gloss, you don't have to do lip gloss. You could just add the lip liner and go. The final thing. I'm just going to add my little beauty mark here and just kind of make it pop. You don't have to do this step, but I feel really weird if I don't. And yeah, this is pretty much the makeup look here. We are now finished with the makeup look. It's just really pretty and natural, and I feel like it just looks really put together. I like this look, and it doesn't take that long. It probably seems like it takes a really long time, but that's just because I'm explaining all the steps that I do. But honestly, this makeup look takes like 5-10 minutes maybe. Like, it's really quick. Perfect for work, for school, if you're just starting out doing makeup. So yeah, I'm gonna go now because it's getting really dark. It honestly looks like it's gonna rain again. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know what other videos you guys would like to see. Again, I'm so sorry for not filming, but I will try to make more videos coming up. And yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!